Hi, Moglets. So apparently this new Abyss is insane. I heard from a couple of my Genshin veteran buddies that they actually had quite a hard time with it. So I wanted to go through it, give some thoughts. 9 and 10 I think are the same as usual. So we're just gonna run through 9 and 10 with some basic teams, you know, Geo and International. Yeah, there's really not much to say here. Floor 9 and 10 change very rarely. I think they did change it again relatively recently, but still it's been the same for a while again. Ito team is so crazy. So we've made it to floor 11. All party members have their elemental mastery increased by 200, which is a very simple buff and can be useful for a lot of teams, unlike just, for example, a pyro buff or a hydro buff or whatever. The main concerning thing here is in chamber 3 with the Dendro cube. You need to have Dendro, which is true for a lot of cubes. You need a specific element. The difference is this guy is also immune to Dendro, so that element is going to be useless for that fight. Of course, Dendro won't be useless for the other fights. In chamber 1 and 2 second half, there's nothing really concerning. There's the pyro agent, and they do have a lot of pyro resistance. And then we have the Mirror Maiden in chamber 2 with a bunch of hydro resistance. So it seems like they're kind of gearing you towards a Hyper Bloom team, so Electro and Dendro, which also helps kill the Dendro cube faster. So even though I'm pretty confident I can get through this without a Hyper Bloom team, we're gonna do that because that's what it seems like it wants you to do. First half, chamber 1, bunch of specters. As long as you have one element not here, like Pyro, Electro, Dendro, then it should be fine. For chamber 2, the Ruin Drakes have a bunch of physical resistance, so consider not having a physical main DPS here. And for chamber 3, we have the Geo Bishop, which also has a bit of physical resistance, but a lot more Geo resistance. So in a nutshell, for first half, as long as you're not going physical or Geo, you should be pretty much fine. Assuming there are a lot of specters in the first half, some kind of CC would be nice, but then it will be a little bit useless in the later chambers. Pyro DPSs are probably going to be the best here as they can vaporize and take advantage of the 200 elemental mastery. I would also say Electro, but Electro is going to be down here for Hyper Bloom. Honestly though, any element main DPS will work for first half as long as it's not Geo or physical, because you might get a little stuck on chamber 2 or 3. So like we talked about, for first half, we are going to get Venti in there for some CC. Sucrose might work here as well, but this is honestly just to speed it up. You don't need CC for specters, it just makes it a bit nicer. And besides that, Zhongli Yalon Yoimiya, pyro damage, vaporize, reactions should get buffed from this. You know, I always forget that the actual damage from Hyper Bloom is also Dendro and not Electro, so it won't deal damage to this Dendro cube. But still, you could use it for the first 2 chambers, and then on the last chamber, don't use your Dendro, I guess. If you do have Shogun and you're using her, it should be fine and she can deal a good amount of damage on her own. Otherwise, you could just have a 3-person team, you know, DPS, reaction partner, and a healer or a shield or whatever, and then just a Dendro off to the side, basically only for the cube at the end. That's basically what I did when I was farming it in the open world. Yeah, that might honestly be the more practical solution, having a 3-man team and then Dendro off to the side. That being said, I think I will stick to my original plan of going for a Hyper Bloom team. I'm just not going to build Shogun with a bunch of elemental mastery. We will get 200 from the ley line and we'll take supports that can further boost our elemental mastery. So I need Shogun to be able to deal damage without Hyper Bloom as well as Hyper Bloom. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. If I struggle even a little bit, I know I made a mistake. So yeah, here we have 12 specters, 4 at a time. So they do at least start pretty close to each other, but yeah, some CC wouldn't be bad because they do start separating. But yeah, first half definitely wasn't too bad, I would say. Let's see how this works. I suppose we're going to just do our 3 little attacks here. Go ahead and get Nikita and her burst going. Starting with some Hyper Blooms there. I could see one, but I think, yeah, Shogun's thing doesn't proc super often. I think Kuki Shinobu would be another good one for Hyper Blooms. Again, the Dendro cube is the issue. With something like that, I need like a main DPS here as well. Preferably an Electro or a Cryo, or I guess even a physical would work, but generally physical teams don't rely on elemental mastery, so you'd be kind of having the ley line bonus go to waste. I didn't really think there would be 20 units here, so probably the CC or Venti or whatever would have been better, but like, again, I was mainly concerned with the cube at the end. For chamber 2, we actually have 2 of these flying drakes. I also wasn't really expecting that. I was thinking there would be 1, but Yoimiya was really good there. I don't know what to say, especially because they were flying. In this one, we have 13 samurais, and if memory serves, we're also gonna have a Mirror Maiden somewhere at the end here. I'm gonna just try with Bini and Shogun here without any of the sort of Dendro focused units. Yeah, the Mirror Maiden is super annoying, always trapping you on the ground with those prisms, so You know, having a Hydra main DPS or something here would be really annoying. In terms of first half, because the Spectres actually came in clusters of 4 and there was only 12, and they at least spawned really close to each other, on second thought, considering the rest is just a couple of big enemies, it does seem like a bit of a waste. But here we are anyway, the Dendro Cube. We're just going to start attacking him when he goes down. There we go. We are gonna go ahead and do everything normally and just kind of see what happens. Obviously, he is immune to Dendro, as you can see there, but he did take about 20% of his HP off. And if you do have a Pyro with you, you can't stop his ball attack. I literally just missed there, though. So that was a little bit useless. Let's go ahead and go into Shogun's Burst here, see if we can take off some HP here. So yeah, I think it is important to have a main DPS that doesn't rely on the Dendro you have to take with you. But yeah, that really wasn't too bad. And then from here, you just take out your Dendro and start attacking all the things. You then, of course, can, if you have an Electro with you, imbue them to make it go a little faster. Though Electro isn't actually necessary, you can kill him at once with just Dendro. So, floor 12. For the Rift Hounds in the first half, it makes little sense, but they are actually weak to Electro. I thought it was the opposite for quite a while, but yeah. And in Chamber 2, I believe this is the first appearance of these shadowy husks. They all have physical resistance and some amount of element resistance. The Defender here has Cryo Res, the Standard Bearer has Pyro resistance, the Linebreaker has Hydro Res, and as you may have guessed, the Wind Cutter has Animo Res, but for some reason, the Wind Cutter has more Animo Res than any of the others have resistance on their respective element. But yeah, based on the icon and the name, he is a step above the others. So far, Electro is looking pretty good again, but let's check out Chamber 3. We have the Aeon Blight Drake, and like the rest of the Ruin looking things, it just has physical res, but a lot of it. So yes, first half is definitely geared towards Electro main DPS. It's one of the only elements here that doesn't have some form of resistance in one of the enemies. That and Dendro, though I imagine Hydro, Cryo, Pyro would probably be perfectly fine as well, as these are just like the minions. Cyno is one of the newer characters, so we'll try him. Looking at the second half now, it's literally the opposite story. So definitely no main DPS is Electro here. Chamber 2 follows the theme with the Thunder Helm, with a massive 70% resistance to Electro, and of course the Frost Arm with the same resistance to Cryo. Funny enough, neither of them actually take extra damage from, for example, Pyro for the Frost Arm, but they do both have their respective elements shields, which can be removed faster by the appropriate element. Pyro is also good for Electro shields. For the second half, we have a few special enemies here, the Aramite Gale Hunter. They have an enhanced state, they can summon a dragon. After you defeat the dragon they summon, they will go into the stun state, and then they'll take a lot of extra animo damage. The Stone Enchanter is more or less the same, but he will summon a different creature, and you have to defeat that to stun him, and he'll take a bunch of extra geo damage then. The other two are pretty old characters, but I guess it should be noted that both of these guys are weak to physical, and the Geochanter here does have a shield you need to get rid of before you can actually start dealing decent damage to him. So I'd say a Geo in your team is almost mandatory because of this dude here, unless you think you can burst him down before he gets his shield. Geo will also help with the Stone Enchanter, and Geo isn't weak to anything in the second half, so there is that. A full Geo team might be a little bit of a problem because of these. You kind of want elements to get rid of them, but a Geo team plus Binny would probably work out really well. So what I'm probably gonna do here is take my normal Ito team, and I think for first half we're going to try Cyno, and I think this might be the first time I'm trying Nahida with Cyno, so that'll be pretty fun too. I am a little bit worried about my Geo team since we don't get to have Zhongli in there. I really want him for first half. So we're gonna go something like this. Let's see if it works out. Starting with all these Thunder Craven Rift Hounds. We're just going to start with everyone's burst really. Get everything prepared here, get Nahida's burst. And then go ahead and go to Cyno and just start attacking really. There are 14 enemies here. And yes, I have to watch out for that QTE from his burst there. Oh yeah. And yes, I did kind of forget that these Thunder Cravens have this lifesteal stuff. Some form of healing would definitely be good. And with that amount of enemies, Nahida is honestly not the best Dendro here. I think she'll be a lot better in the other chambers, but yeah, we kind of really need to keep Aggravate going during his like 20-second long burst. We might do something a little weird. Sayu. She's a healer. She shouldn't really mess up the Aggravate because she's just swirling stuff. And I'm not sure we really need the second Electro. I mean, Cyno is going to be out there firing Electro all the time anyway. I have no idea if this is going to work. I am going to throw in 4-piece Viridescent for the swirl stuff. I don't have a ton of hope, but let's go in and try again. Man, those Thunder dudes really destroyed me like quick. I'm just going to go ahead and prematurely place down her burst because I think we'll need it probably. All right, here we go. They are all aggravated, I believe now, so we should be able to kill them. Ah, dude, that QTE thing is kind of hard to see when you're not really looking for it specifically. You really need to pay attention there. All right, let's swap back out to Zhongli. Sayu, I do believe I gave her an energy recharge, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough. She's going down fast. Come on, Sayu, hurry! Wow. Then in that case, we're actually gonna save her burst. We're just gonna honestly skip her. Yeah, we're actually doing much better this time. We actually don't even really need healing yet, but probably on the next rotation here, once I get Sayu's burst back. All right, yeah, now we're gonna drop it down. She actually burst heals everyone also first, so here we go again. They should be all quickened and aggravated and on all that good stuff. We do have the big boss here. There's only 3 left, so yeah, I think this one actually will work out perfectly fine. Maybe. Zhongli's definitely hurting a little bit right now, but we definitely need to try and get Sayu's burst back and try and avoid actually getting hit here, even though we have Zhongli's shield. We got hit. That sucks. Okay, Sayu has her burst. Go, Sayu. Hopefully the final rotation here. Go, Sino. Quicken, aggravate, all that good stuff. QTE thing. Last one here. Come on. Everyone's still pretty healthy, Okay. Damn. First half was already a bit of a challenge. I never had to retry that many times. Maybe I'm thinking too much. I don't know, but that was already pretty crazy. This one I'm already a little bit worried about as well. Halfway because of time, we have 40 seconds left. Oh my god, why do we have 40 seconds left? Oh yeah, we don't have enough time. Wow, this abyss is actually insane. We're already failing on the first one. Yeah, and there it goes. Wow, dude. Crazy. I'm not used to that. I was even all analytical and thinking about the enemies and the floor and everything. The Thunder Cravens, I wasn't expecting to be as much of a problem as they are, to be honest. Maybe a different Electro main DPS would be better in this case, one that doesn't have such a long burst, so we could keep... I mean, he does a decent amount of damage even without Aggravate, but yeah, it's obviously better to have Aggravate. Oh, these are the last 2 now? I am being a little bit less careful because I know time is the issue here. And my Zhongli is hurting pretty bad at the moment. I don't think Sayu has... Yeah, she has half of her burst. What do I need to do, man? Oh no, Sino's gonna die. Yep. Oh, dude, what? I think here you definitely might need CC to get rid of all the small ones, but like you also need healing. I don't think there are any CC plus heals yet, anyway. Okay, here, okay, we have 1.5 minutes. I think that might actually work. We can still hit the dude, right? Yeah, he has a pretty big upswing. Oh, but we can't hit him with normal attacks, it looks like. Barely, anyway. We can't hit him with any of my orb generating abilities either. Well, I guess Goro. You need to stay still, my guy. Oh, so annoying. Why are you over there? No, stop, dude. Seriously, what is wrong with you? Why is this the first floor? Oh, wait. Oh, did we get it? I was even looking at the timer for the last little bit there. Dude, why was that so hard already? The first floor. I know I have a bit of a weird team, and I hope the next chambers are going to be hard because I was kind of more, you know, focused on the later chambers because typically they're the harder ones. I don't think there's any more lifesteal to deal with, so. Sino doesn't have his burst? Oh wait, why do they all have pyro? I guess I didn't read all the mechanics of these dudes, but they all have pyro shields, which is strange. Are they stealing my burst, or is this team really just lacking energy recharge, like desperately? That's probably what it is, to be honest. But anyway, let's go ahead and mark them all once more to refresh that. Go ahead and get her burst in there, and then start with Sino. Oh, they hit hard. Probably got to swap back out to Zhongli if I don't want to die here. I think we should be able to have around half time for the others, judging on their HP currently, so I don't want to go into the last chamber here with no burst on anyone. Are they like healing themselves, or am I just doing so little damage without Sino's burst here? We can do Zhongli's, that's fine. That didn't do any damage either. Yeah, we really don't do much without Sino's burst. Wait, what? There's 8? You've got to be joking me. This is the first half. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do this in 3 minutes. Obviously shouldn't have been saving bursts. A little too late for that. I don't know why I'm even trying. We're gonna have, okay, yeah, 0 seconds. We literally couldn't do the first half in 3 minutes. Yeah, dude. There is no chance. There is no chance. This is still the first 4 of 8 and we're a minute and oh god. I don't think that's gonna work without Nilou Bloom, and we also have Kokomi in that team, so the game kind of was like, yeah, go Electro because of the Thunder dudes at the beginning, but probably a really good Shogun would work better than Cyno. I guess I just wanted to try Cyno. I don't know. But yeah, Bloom it is. I think the Geo team itself was perfectly fine, and we would actually be able to have Zhongli because with Nilou Bloom, we're not allowed to have him anyway. And I know Kokomi should be built with just a massive amount of Elemental Mastery, but I don't think I can actually do that. Like, I need her to actually be able to heal as well. Nilou and Nahida both give pretty big Elemental Mastery buffs, so it might be all right. I really hope this team pulls through because this is like one of the most OP teams I've pretty much ever used. And of course, Kokomi not being in Elemental Mastery is gonna hurt a lot, but I still feel like I'll probably need healing more. So just starting with all the Elan stuff, then we're gonna get 3 E's in there with Nilou. Go ahead and throw that down with Kokomi, and then just go to Nahida and start spamming with her. We should get some blooms going off. Oh yeah, they're all dead. Holy God, why is this team so insane? Actually, I'm going to just do a Nahida real quick, do a Nahida E, and then go back to Kokomi to do a burst because we are really hurting here. That heals everyone, doesn't it? Usually it does. Is she built properly? Oh, Nilou is a pain to heal. That's right. She has like 70k HP. If not more. Actually, everyone in here is a pain to heal. They all have massive HP except Nahida. We are making really good time though, so I might try and calm down a little bit. Our Geo team should be slightly stronger as well. I kind of just want to stay with Nilou for a second to heal a little bit, but these dudes keep applying me with the stuff anyway. All right, we didn't necessarily make much better time here. In fact, it was worse time, but I think we'll be better prepared for the second chamber now. So let's just go ahead and start this dude up now and just pray he's not moving around everywhere. We are doing a lot more damage now as well because I guess Zhongli's shield helps. Oh, good. I'm glad he's just running all over the place. Nah, this one's a fail already. I hate this boss so much. Like, if you don't have Yoimiya, dude, it sucks. I might just try that, like the Zhongli Yoimiya team. That would make this dude easy. Okay, God. I think we got through it a little bit faster this time, but everyone is like 2 HP from dead. Why are none of those charge attacks actually hitting him? He wasn't even flying that high in the air. I could clearly see the strikes going through his body, but no, it just decided to not register. Okay, you're over there, and by the time I come over there, you're gonna teleport somewhere else. Now, you cheap little garbage. All right, we got through that one. Actually had like 40 seconds to spare, so I was freaking out for no reason. This one literally seemed impossible. That wasn't a death sound, was it? No, she's fine. That was a death sound though. Oh, well, cool. Yelan's burst was on cooldown. I don't understand why they don't also reset that. No! Oh, they're all one shot, dude. This sucks. Why? She shouldn't even be able to take damage when she's in that. Try number 10 or whatever this is now. Okay, they all died rather quickly. I'm just gonna do Kokomi's burst and pray that the second half here is incredibly easy because we are definitely going to need like a lot of time. No, let's just go to Nahida and start bursting. Yeah, we're gonna have maybe 1 minute for the other half at this pace. Okay, maybe a little bit longer. We have 1 enemy left over here. Being annoying. Okay. About 1.5 minutes. That had to have been the hard half, right? That had to have been the hard half. I mean, oh, there are 4 of these big dudes. Benny's burst isn't ready yet. Should be soon. Go Ito. Please like one-shot them. Oh no, he's really not one-shotting them at all. And they get their shields immediately, dude. They don't want you to get one unshielded hit in there. Get off the pillar! Dude, I don't know, man. Oh, dude. Why were the Electro ones so weak? The last chamber is going to be a nightmare, dude, because like no one has their I wasn't prepared for that. My Bloom team might be okay, so if we can like completely destroy this dude like fast as hell, then like maybe. This is the Ruin Drake thing, right? The boss? Yeah. He's generally not too bad. Oh, I wasn't aware he flies. I'm gonna retry already. Is that RNG? Will he fly all the time? Do I have a bow user? Oh yeah, Yelan. Since when does this dude fly? Isn't this the same boss? He do be flying. All right, there we go. I don't remember him doing that, honestly. Anyway, let's get the blooms going. Oh wow, he's tanky as hell. Did I not do her burst? Or her E? Oh, I did do her E. It's all good. It's not going too bad, but yeah, the Ito team. Oh, he had to fly again. Okay, you can die now, Yelan. Sorry. 842. I hope I don't actually need Animo for this Animo dude, but we'll see, I guess. I don't think I will. It might not even get around to summoning the thing because it's dying too fast. Yeah, it didn't, barely. Yeah, that's kind of hilarious. I prepared for this floor, which might make it seem like it's a lot easier than it would be had I not prepared specifically for this floor. But yeah, right now I feel kind of dumb for preparing for it because of how easy that felt. That was by far the hardest abyss in a long time. Like, my Ito team is insane, Nilu Bloom is completely insane, and it was still a bit of a struggle there. I'm definitely no C6R5 whale, but I do have every character and most of their signature weapons. I don't know what I could really take away from that, because like, I can't really imagine doing it with like lower replacements of the units I used, although different units would probably work also. Chamber 3 was way easier than I thought it would be, but again, it could just be because I specifically prepared for it. But like, even the Gale Hunter and the Skirmisher were dead so fast, and I wasn't preparing for them. I didn't have Animo, so I guess the Drake was meant to be the hard half. As long as you have a bow user, it should be fine. But yeah, it seems like you will need a bow user unless you want to wait for him to come down. I think Vinti would have actually been really good here, assuming these guys can at least get somewhat pulled together from him. Could also act as your bow user here. The first half was insane. But yeah, that'll pretty much do it for me, I guess. That was the new Abyss. Crazy hard. Make sure to tell me what you think in the comments down below, though. Dropping a like or subscribing to the channel if you enjoyed is always greatly appreciated as well. Thanks, as always, for watching, and until next time.